The Eyes of Argos. We are watching. Ground 48.1. Noctilucent Ground. The Eyes of Argos archives are classified. Individuals that attempt to access this information without the required permissions will be persecuted and judged accordingly. Survival difficulty. Class Midas. Tranquil, minimal danger, devoid of creatures. Image caption: a lake within Ground 48.1. Description: Ground 48.1 is a sublayer of Ground 48. Standard operations within are permitted for all patrols of the Eyes of Argos. Access by external groups is to be minimized. The subground is a serene wilderness, sequestered underneath an azure, noctilucent sky. The enclave boasts a diverse mixture of tropical and temperate biomes, encompassing 1,500 square miles, footnote, equivalent to just under 3,900 square kilometers, and footnote, in a circular terrain. Tropical jungles and swamps are frequent along the periphery, where temperatures are similar to those within Ground 48. Footnote: temperatures usually hover around 86 degrees Fahrenheit, 30 degrees Celsius, along the periphery. End footnote. As watchers ingress towards the subground center, both air and temperatures and light levels will decrease, causing temperate forests and plains to become more common. Lakes and streams dot the idyllic, mist-covered landscape, but precipitation is rare and generally localized to the tropical periphery. Ground 48.1 is locked eternally in twilight by the sun of Ground 48, which radiates a golden crimson warmth from below the horizon. Image caption: Noctilucent clouds are illuminated by the sun of Ground 48. Ground 48.1 possesses abundant flora. Density is highest within the jungle-dominated periphery, which is enveloped by a thick onyx canopy. Some species appear to resemble those discovered within Ground 48, including bromeliads and verruca flowers. Caution is advised, however, when handling such analogs, as they remain largely unstudied. Flora within the temperate interior forests of Ground 48.1 is cold-adapted. Footnote: some specimens resemble aspens of the genus Populus, though all feature dark foliage. End footnote. Although biodiversity decreases with proximity to the subground center, these forests are archipelagos of economic complexity, separated by oceans of jet-black grass, with calm winds, scarce rains, and infinite dusk. The method by which plant life thrives in level 48.1 is not well understood. Curiously, fauna and corrupted entities are completely non-existent within the subground. Overshadowed by its infinite sun-bathed patron, Ground 48, Ground 48.1 is easily overlooked. Hidden in plain sight, it is therefore considered an excellent location of respite. The subground lacks significant infrastructure, but retains bountiful natural reserves and the ability to host the platform within its large lakes. As some watchers are uncomfortable with artificial havens such as the headquarters, Ground 48.1 is an ideal candidate for sanctification. Development efforts are ongoing. Discovery context: the existence of Ground 48.1 was confirmed following a series of vicious attacks upon the verruca farmers of Level 48 by unknown assailants. To prevent further irrigation, sin hunters were embedded within the commune, who later captured several transgressors mid-plunder. Under interrogation at the platform, the perpetrators confessed to the presence of a then unknown subground from which their operations were based in. An exploratory mission was authorized soon thereafter. Areas of interest: Marauders Camp. Its whereabouts extracted by the hunters, Marauder's Camp was a vile shantytown, devoured by sin, devoid of shame. It was frequented by criminals and terrorists who peddled fear and suffering to communities throughout Ground 48. The encampment possessed numerous structures, many of which stocked fenced goods, contraband, or sheltered the cesspit's violent, debaucherous residents. And so, the law sanctioned a hunt. Note, see Entity Number 74. Marauder's Camp was judged. Those guilty of non-capital crimes were exiled, sentenced into the custody of the Sin Hunters, or offered redemption with the Sons of Guilt. Several latent watchers were identified, liberated, and later initiated as eyes. Stolen property was recovered and returned to communities of origin where possible. The abandoned site was purified via immolation. The Crater. Image caption. The center of Ground 48.1 is cold and dimly lit. Extensive pathfinding within Ground 48.1 has been conducted to eradicate any sinful traces. The crater was discovered as a result of one such expedition. The crater is a massive depression at the center of Ground 48.1. Temperatures near the central pit are among the subground's coldest, averaging 41 degrees Fahrenheit, 5 degrees Celsius. The area surrounding the terrestrial scar is notably barren. Plant life, when present, is often disrupted and damaged, as if blown over by a concussive blast. Lustrous, metallic rocks have been recovered from the vicinity of the crater. Analysis hints meteoric origin, which has prompted collection by scientifically minded watchers. Fragments are well preserved, likely due to a lack of moisture and precipitation near the subground's center. Tests indicate considerable strength and malleability, suggesting potential applications in metalworking. The Enclave. Established after the raid on Marauder's Camp, the Enclave is a hidden community of the Eyes of Argos. The town-like installation hosts a large number of civilians that are tasked with manufacturing equipment to support the Eye's mission. Entrances and escape locations. Ground 48.1 is joined to the tropical forests of Ground 48. In order to enter the subground, watchers should face away from the setting sun and venture inside the thicket in a straight line. The sun will eventually set behind watchers, which will leave behind an orange glow, and lead to the tropical periphery of Ground 48.1. In order to return to Ground 48, watchers must navigate to the periphery of the subground, and journey towards the sun's glow until it ascends above the horizon.